Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our U96 build. So we are going to do issue 51 of Build the U96, and we are working on more detail today. So yes, we are back at it with tweezers, glue and lots of tiny parts, but yeah, we're just going to be working on what we started in the last issue, which was the non-commissioned officers quarters. So there's not a lot of detail going in there, but quite a bit for a nice video anyway. We haven't done detail for a while. I know we did a little bit last week, but it wasn't really tiny detail, if you know what I mean, that we've been used to on this build. So yeah, it'd be nice to be back to it a little bit today with the old glue and stuff. Anyway, let's get started. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so let's get started. So the first pieces we need is pieces A and piece C. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting these together. They're going to make like a little storage box, I would have thought. I think that's what they're going to call this. But these pieces do need to be glued on. So let's have a go. Now, again, I'm only using minimal glue here. I don't like using a lot, just in case something goes wrong. Not saying it will. Okay, so we'll put them together. It's a very strange way of doing it, but okay. Just need to hold them together for a few seconds because they are wanting to come apart quite easily. Okay, then if we bring over the room that we were working on, this is going to just fit into just down here. Now, I don't think there's any orientation this needs to go in. So, I think we'll be okay. Okay, so that's in place. Next, what we need to do is it wants this piece here, which is B, and this piece here, which is F. We're going to be creating like a little locker type thing. So, with this being like this is just going to stick on. If I can get it lined up, I'm just going to test fit this. Just like so. Again, this needs to be glued in. So just making sure apply just the right amount of glue into the correct places. Again, I just need to hold that together for a few seconds while the glue takes. Just goes tacky enough, and then you can just put that to one side. Okay, what we need to do next is we need this piece here and this piece here. Now if I turn it around like this piece is going to go onto the top here, just like so. So we do need to glue these, and we're going to be gluing the 3 pegs over there. I've got my bigger glue spatula out here. Okay, I'm a bit sus that that's gonna glue together properly. So I can see a little bit of, possibly a bit more glue, just dotting it around in some places, just to give it that bit extra. Okay, now I'm going to clamp this together, and I may, just depends on what we're doing next, have to wait for this to dry a bit. Just give it 5 minutes or so, just to make sure that that is properly glued together. I can get 4 clamps on. So I'm just going to pause the camera and come right back while this is gluing together.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that's in a few minutes to dry. We can take the clamps off now. Okay, the next piece we need to put in is this piece here. Now this is going to be going over these lugs here and fitting it into place. Now that's a tight fit, so I'm actually not going to bother gluing that because that is an absolutely really tight fit. The next bit we need is this piece here. Now I'm just seeing if there's any direction on this. It doesn't look like there is, but there is a little sort of notch in there which is going to coincide with this notch, I think, for here. So we'll just see. Maybe not. Does need a glue though. Okay, so that is now in place. Next, what we need is this tiny detail here. Now this is going to go in to that sort of rectangular shape there. And that is going to be glued in. Now, looking at this, there is no direction for that to go in. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue just down into there. And try and just place this in carefully. Okay, just wants to sort of stick out a bit like that. Right. Might just put a clamp on that. Just keep it in place for a little tiny while. Still not happy with the fit. Yeah. Sometimes it's the smallest pieces that cause the bigger problems because you want to get them in there just perfect. Right, that to me is perfect. So let's get a clamp on that while that's drying. Okay, so with that in place, I just have to move down on the instructions. We're actually going to be fitting this onto our deck here. Now this is going to be going on like so. So the white side is facing me here and the brown side is facing this way. And we need to glue obviously that in. So this is why I didn't burn the glue off of this, just so I can apply enough glue into here. Take that clamp off now. And we'll put this into place. And that's just slotted in beautifully. Okay, so with that in place, it wants us to put this that we created in. This is just going to go down in there. Just like so. And then next is this part here. Now this is going to go into the hole just down there. I can't see any direction on this, any which way it should go in. That way, and then there's that way. Doesn't really say which way. So I'm going to run some glue in there. And then I'm just going to put some on here, because this is going to butt up against it. Hopefully I can get this in. Okay, so again, I'm just going to have to hold that there for a few minutes, just while that takes. Now, I've just realised I have slightly skipped ahead a bit, because we did have another piece to do. So that's just not gluing. Just want it to glue so it looks parallel. Just on these bits here. Not asking the glue a lot, but right, need to hold that for a few minutes. There's nothing I can do about this, just a case of waiting for the glue to take. So the next piece we do have is going to go into down there. This is still not gluing. Right, I maybe need to open that hole up a little bit more, just so this sits a lot better. So just run my scalpel blade, just take any excess off. There was quite a bit there actually. Let's see if this sits any better now. Yeah, it does. Let's glue that in then. This is the things I like to keep in videos. Just shows the process of what I'm thinking and what's going on with the build. Just you know, in case you have problems too. Sometimes not everything fits the way it should do. So hopefully this will glue this time, and we won't have a problem. Yeah, that has. So next thing we need to do is put this tiny detail just down into there, without the cocktail sticks sticking to me. So just a tiny bit of glue down into there. Oh gosh, I knew that was going to happen. Don't breathe. Okay, that's into there. I'm happy with that. I'm not messing around with it. Yeah, right. That has come loose again. I'm going to have to hold that. Right, I'm just going to hold this in place for a few seconds, guys, while it glues, and then come right back. So, back in a few moments.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm happy that has glued now. Right, next what we need is this part here. Now this is going to be going down. I just need to scroll down on the instructions because these are PDFs. So this is going to be going down into here like so. Again, I've got a bit of flashing on this I need to take off. Actually on both. So, hang on. Not the best, really. I mean, right, that's just so these bits will fit in. Okay, so we're going to put this in. So, this is going to go in there like so. Let's get some glue on there. I think I'm definitely going to have to get some glue for the next issue of this, because I am running low on glue. Now I think this glue is on its way out because it's just not gluing as efficiently as it would normally today. Normally it's set within seconds, this stuff, but yeah, it's normally a sign that it's on its way out. Just hold on that a little bit longer, please. Okay, so that is just in place. We need this part next. Now this is going to be going sort of in between the rooms. It's going to be like a room divider. Don't think it matters which way around this is going to go. So I'm going to do it this way. And then I'm also going to run just a tiny bead of glue just on this side so I can make sure that them two walls are together. To form the room. So just like that. Now we're going to have to hold that again for a few moments. So I seem to be doing that a lot today. Okay, so that is what that room is looking like. Just like so. Right, move that to one side, which is great, so I can leave that to dry. We need these parts next. And we're just going to be making a few benches, I think, again. Yes, so we've done these before. these are literally just going to sit into there like so. I'm just going to put some glue on. So I've got 2 of these to make. That's 1. Okay. Now, have I got... Yes, I have. There's only one way they can go in. Right, so what we're going to do next is we're just going to put the benches into their places just on here. I'm going to put glue in both these holes so I can just get these in more or less at the same time. You heard that one click into place. Now that one didn't, but it's in. And that is all we have to do in this issue. Now, I'm not too happy with a few of these compartments. So, I'm not too happy about the way that was sitting. So I'm going to re-glue this while I'm here. And then that other one, I don't know, it just sort of come out. So, I'm just going to put that back on. Just making sure that the one at the front is all the way down. Which it is. Sometimes you just need to take your time, look back on things and correct anything that you might have done wrong. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then for this one that keeps on coming loose, I'm just going to get my dabber and just dab that. I'm going to do that other one that we just fitted in. Just dab them into place, making sure that everything is how it should be. Which now I'm happy with that. So yeah, that is it. That is all there is to do in this issue. So yeah, we've created quite a bit more for this compartment. And it's looking brilliant. Not a lot going on, to be honest with you, but there really wasn't. I think we've got some bunk beds that we're going to be creating probably in the next issue. But yeah, I'm impressed. So that is issue 51 complete. Well guys, that's it for our U96 build for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm actually quite surprised I managed to do that. There was a lot of glue. And last week I was suffering from an absolute terrible cold. So I was finding it very hard to breathe with glue and paint and stuff. So I'm really chuffed I managed to get that done today. Still more to do on that compartment though. I think there's a few more bits of detail that's going to go in. But I fairly enjoyed that one today. It's just nice to be working with some plastic and glue, which is always great. Do love my occasions where we're working with electrics and screwdrivers and stuff, but every part of modelling is fun for me. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.